You know what I mean?
All right, we are live. We are back. Hello, 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 everyone. I'm I'm still a little sick. Feeling a lot better. No longer like bedridden, dying. Just a little nasally and some coughing at this point. Um, I guess I couldn't survive my entire life without getting COVID. It's here to stay, I guess.
Yeah, just stay away from me. I just started a new job. I don't want it. That'd be
Honesty.
the most. That'd be the most inopportune thing.
Like you just started like 2 days ago. What do you mean you gotta
Yeah,
take 2 weeks off?
it's actually now just 5, thanks to the CDC.
Oh yeah,
If
it is
you,
just wow.
yeah,
I
if
was
you
like,
present
maybe it was 4. I
symptoms,
don't remember what it was.
They are always changing something when it comes to that. So.
it's yeah.
So aside from me dying and like just I was in bed like all Saturday and Sunday, how was the rest of your guys' time?
Man, Saturday and Sunday I was working 2 doubles back to back, so I was a corpse. So honestly, yeah, I didn't really do much but work and stare at a computer screen for hours,
I'll see.
much like
Right.
my.
Yeah, it's kind of what my new job is staring at a lot of computer screens.
All right. I didn't get to stare at screens that much because like I spent most of it asleep. It's like I wasn't watching anything. I was just in bed, sleep, burning up with a fever.
But the fever part is gone at least, so
Yeah.
that's there's a plus in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, random thing to say, but rest in peace.
I was gonna save that for the end.
Oh yeah. We're definitely dedicating this podcast recording
I didn't know what you were
to
saying.
Takahashi.
To the big part of my childhood.
All of our childhoods.
All our childhoods.
I don't have my
I
Yu-Gi-Oh cards up here, so
I had to bring out the summon skull.
was that your go-to as a kid, Summon Skull?
It was my favorite card from that generation, that time.
I didn't become a huge Fiends fan until Goblin King came out. Yeah, we know you love your Dark Magician girl.
Oh, I have that binder.
Haxel just loves his magician girls.
I do love my magician girls.
She's a Cybers though, which is I still don't know what that is.
I don't know what she is either, but it looked cool at Target.
Some of them are animals and some of them are people. So, it's kind of hard to say.
I'm trying to think of I think my favorite from the OG sets was probably Red Eyes.
Red Eyes is a good one. For me, it was between Red Eyes or Summon Skull, but I think Summon Skull had to take the cake.
I did also love Karibo because Karibo, like back then, was such a great fuck you. Like,
it's like, no, I'm not dying. You thought,
and now Karibo has a lot of support.
A lot of support.
That's true.
I guess it's not surprising. They want to give all the love to Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. What about Kariba? The real MVP of the old series.
The next Legendary Duelist pack, I think, has some cards for Duke Devlin. And even dice for Dice Monsters.
Let's be real.
Dungeon Dice Monsters?
Pot of Greed is the #1 card.
You mean the forever banned card?
Yeah. My Pot of Greed card here.
Pot of Greed here. Because what does Pot of Greed actually do?
Nobody knows.
How could you know?
In America, nobody knows.
No one knows what Pot of Greed does. They've never seen it. The card is just a myth. Did you guys hear about how he passed away?
In a diving accident?
He was apparently attacked by a shark while snorkeling.
Haxley, you killed him.
He should have given more love to Mako Tsunami.
Actually, they just released a whole set that was Love to Mako Tsunami.
What a
The set
fucking
did just
throwback,
come out,
though.
I think. The set just came out.
Is that too soon? I feel like that's too soon.
What a
Can we
fucking
joke
throwback,
about this?
though.
That is a throwback. This man hacks.
Mako Tsunami.
Mako Tsunami.
Hack,
of the
so what was your
greatest-
favorite card from the Mako Tsunami deck?
I mean, I guess it's just a legendary fisherman, honestly.
Just
It was a
the
great white.
fisherman?
I mean,
The Great White was pretty cool, but I think Legendary Fisherman 2 was pretty good card.
You didn't like the Doom Kraken or the Kairu Rishin?
No,
or
no.
the Citadel
Fortress Whale.
Yeah, Fortress Whale. That's what it was. Citadel
No,
Whale's the
I hate
good one.
cetaceans. I hate cetaceans, so I'm anti whales and dolphins.
what about the super ancient deep sea king?
Super Ancient Decent King is actually a really cool card. I love playing that card in my fish deck back in the day. Back
Torpedo
when
fish was pretty fun
during
too.
like the 5D days, I was running like Neo Daedalus and like Ancient Deep Sea King.
Daedalus is cool. Daedalus is cool. I like Daedalus. I accept your answer, actually. For now. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Amphibian Beast was such a good like normal card back in the day.
That's a creature from the Dark Lagoon looking thing.
Yeah,
He's
It
just
had, like-
swimming.
it
He has
had
like multiple
24
forms.
Yeah, but he was a normal card and had 2400 attack for one tribute. Like that was so good back in the day.
That was really good back in the day.
Shit now.
I mean, most things that weren't like spell and trap cards from back then are pretty shit now.
I don't know if it's a vanilla monster. I think it has some synergy with some of the cards now.
I mean, yeah, if it's like the Dark Magician and the Blue White Dragon, but I don't think anything else really.
And Red Eyes. Red Eyes has some synergy with some stuff now.
It's not good synergy.
No.
But it has
No,
synergy.
it's not. Yeah.
Trust me, I've been trying to build a viable Red Eyes deck for years.
Yeah. He's always been shat on ever since Time Wizard made him 1,000 years old.
Yeah,
Did they just come up with a new Time Wizard card?
they did.
Well, welcome to the podcast. It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Yeah, of course. Dual monsters. Come on, get in the game.
Until
It's in the
Digimon Survives comes out in like a week.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Is anyone planning to buy it?
I might
No.
get Digimon Survive. I don't know if
I'll
be,
wait
like,
until it's on sale.
right away.
It's so is disinteresting to me because it's another Digimon strategy game.
It is just another Digimon strategy game.
Also, apologies in advance. I have Eris here again.
Oh,
So
You don't have to apologize for those who are welcome always.
they want me to lead. They want me to come downstairs.
well, you might have to
keep-
disappoint the pups for a bit.
Yeah, they keep running up here, like rubbing them. You hear?
Oh no!
Don't you hear? Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Hi, Bella. All right, so outside the sad news that we just made fun of the entire time,
Yeah.
yeah, we had the Harley Quinn season 3 trailer with Nightwing.
Woo! I'm excited. This is hilarious. I'm excited for this.
I didn't actually watch the trailer, but I don't need to watch the trailer to know that I'm hyped for a new Harley Quinn season.
I will be honest. I was literally just about to say I did not watch the trailer at all.
I don't know who this person is playing Nightwing, but I think they sound fine. I think it'll be pretty fun.
You think they'll be a good Nightwing? They'll hold their own.
I think
They'll
so.
be just what you desire.
I would imagine so. The Nightwing design looks sick. I like him.
I did see that. It looks pretty good.
It's like Haxley. I said Haxley thing. I'm trying to think of Nightwing. Is Nightwing supposed to be like a very important character this season? Is that what's possibly
I
happening?
don't know how important he is.
Probably not. They've done like a few episodes of a member of the Bat family each season, and that's it.
I think from the trailer we see
We see a bit
Gotham.
Batgirl and Batman.
Yeah. Gotham's in trouble. He comes in because his city needs him, and he's just helping out Batgirl, Robin, and Batman.
Okay, well, I'm a fan of Nightwing, so you know what? Just give me whatever.
Yep. Harley Quinn will be airing starting on the 28th, if I recall. So we still got about 2.5 more weeks almost.
Yeah. The Emmys were just came out today.
Yeah.
The Emmy nominees.
Oh,
I know a lot of people are upset that Prehistoric Planet didn't get any nominations.
are they all
I
named
know.
Haxley? Are they all named Haxley?
All the nominations, yes.
Outstanding drama series. We had Stranger Things and Squid Game get put up for it.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that it's like the first time a non-US show was nominated.
Mm-hmm. Ted Lasso, which is one of my favorite shows, was nominated for a comedy series.
I still need to watch Ted Lasso. I plan to watch that. The guy is going to be in something. I forgot. Wait, isn't he hurt? Oh well. I stopped myself. I stopped myself. They almost got me.
I think we had 3 actors from Squid Game be nominated too, I believe. Along with Kate McKinnon for her last season of Saturday Night Live was nominated. 3 people for Ted Lasso under supporting actor and 2 for supporting actress. And then outside of that, like out of things that we talk about, not a lot of things. Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts was nominated for a Variety Special pre-recorded. That's it. It's still weird to me that they don't do any kind of like animated section for the Emmys.
This isn't, at least not the list that I'm on. That's not all the Emmys, right? Because I thought they have more stuff. Like, I think I saw something about What If getting a nomination.
I mean, it's possible. I didn't see anything.
Anything is possible.
Especially when you drink any.
Exactly.
Setting comedy, thought.
It's not a very racially diverse nomination group this year.
Maybe that is all of them. Never mind. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought there was one for like effects or something, or is Emmys just something else?
That's probably some Emmys is just like TV awards, so they don't go super into technical. It's just like what was a
Okay.
good show and who acted well and who directed well.
All I know is my Twitter was very upset that Prehistoric Planet was not nominated.
Yes, your Twitter specifically. We covered this.
All of them are Haxley.
All 72 accounts.
You fool! I have 72 alternative accounts.
Chip and Dale was nominated for Best Television Movie.
Really?
Eh,
I heard good things about that shit. That movie.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
How come?
I'm trying to do my best to not support John Mulaney anymore.
I don't even know who that is, so I guess that tells you that much.
He's Spider Ham or Spider Pig.
I remember the character, but does not put a face to the name.
He's dating Olivia Munn.
I can't even put a face to the name from Olivia Munn.
She was Psylocke, right?
Yes.
I love Psylocke.
She's also a former host of X Play, G4 TV.
I didn't watch G4 TV stuff. So we know Olivia Munn. We don't know the guy, at least. Aside from like his voice as Spider Ham.
I mean, his voice is probably the most iconic part of him.
Yeah, I'll definitely remember his voice if that's what y'all want me to remember.
But yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. Like that's pretty much all he does is occasional voice acting and stand-up comedy. But he's the guy that brought Dave Chappelle onto the stage to do like a 45-minute stand-up routine, where Dave Chappelle just like ragged on LGBT people in general. And he did it in a very like LGBT friendly like city. So apparently Jeff can't win a duel. It's okay, neither can I.
Are you serious? I know exactly who this is too, this motherfucker. You can't just say that.
Unless it's my turn one Exodia deck, which is probably illegal
I guess
now.
Jeff needs to hop on Master Duel and show people what's up on stream.
You know what? Yeah, that's right. I will hop on Master Duel and stream it because I'm tired of the naysayers.
all Jeff needs to do is win one duel on Master Duel.
That's the new challenge. And then Konami can sponsor me. Or is that also too soon?
That's a good luck, bro.
There was a poniard? I don't have this thing. I love it.
But yeah, so going back to some news, Taika Waititi says they will not release the Thor Love and Thunder deleted scenes featuring Peter Dinklage, Jeff Goldblum, and Lena Headey. Actually, do you even know who any of these people are?
I know Jeff Goldblum. He was in Jurassic Park.
I'm happy that's where you get the connection from. Well, what about Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
He was in X-Men.
He
was Peter Dinklage? Was he?
I think.
Yeah, really? He tried to kill the X-Men. He built robots, right?
Peter Dinklage?
I thought he was in charge of the Sentinel program.
No.
Was Peter Dinklage really an X-Men? Am I like omitting something from my menu?
Yeah,
Trask?
He was Trask. He was Trask in Days of Future Past.
That's the Sentinel program guy, right?
Yep. Wow.
I have no idea who this Lena person is.
So Peter Dinklage and Lena Headey are both from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Peter Dinklage is also in Penelope, if you've seen that. He's great in that.
I've never even heard of this.
He's the South Pole elf from Elf.
Never seen that.
You've never seen Elf.
Nope.
Huxley, I don't even know what to say anymore, man.
The movies I watched for Christmas is a Jurassic Park franchise. Those are my Christmas movies.
That
Does
wrong.
Christmas
so
even
many
happen in that? That's like
Like-
summertime.
That's like the most wrong thing I've ever heard.
Does Christmas happen in a single Jurassic movie?
I think The Lost World is around that time frame when they're in San Francisco.
That means the rest are not Christmas movies.
Yeah, at least.
But that's when I
Grandma got
watch
run
them
over by a
because that's when I
reindeer.
have time off to just lay on the couch all day.
Grandma
But that
got
does
run
not
over
mean that-
by a reindeer.
None of them take place in Christmas time, actually. They're not Christmas movies.
But they're the
At
ones
least
I
watch
watch for
Shazam.
Christmas.
At least watch Shazam for Christmas.
Okay.
Sam is great.
We'll add that with the Jurassic World movies.
No, the rest are just movies that you watch at Christmas. There's a difference between Christmas movies and movies that you watch because you're off of work.
That's a very true statement. Movies you watch off of work it's a very true statement.
But yeah, they were not released this because the reason they were deleted scenes were because they were not good enough.
Yeah, Tyga's like, if it's deleted, it's not. I'm not showing it.
Oh, he didn't watch the same movie I did. Anyways.
Yeah. I gotta say though, before we get to that, like the Thor Love and Thunder popcorn drink combo from Regal was really fucking dope looking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
So
went to Cinemark.
So you know how usually like the popcorn combos, it's like a plastic popcorn bucket and like a plastic cup with no real lid or anything. And this one, it was a metal bucket, and you got like a cool cup that also had its own lid that you could put a Mjolnir like keychain display down on it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So we got it because there were like 4 different options for popcorn buckets. So it was pretty
nice.
cool.
That's nice.
We make popcorn at home. It's nice to have a good popcorn bucket. But yeah,
I would
also
give it a-
apparently workers at visual effects companies are refusing to work with Marvel due to stress and impossible short deadlines.
Not surprising, but it makes a lot of sense when you see a lot of visual effects for that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I haven't seen Love and Thunder, but it's makes sense based on what we've seen from the other Disney Plus shows and movies that have come out recently, where they look like they are like done visual effects wise almost sometimes.
yeah, like Spider-Man felt unfinished. Miss Marvel at times feels unfinished.
If I recall from
Um,
Spider-Man, they were updating it as it was running the theaters. Like they'll just send new copies
Yeah.
in with updated works.
That's hilarious.
So if you only saw it the first day, you saw like the worst copy. But if you went other days, you might have seen updated versions of the CGI.
Let's see who wins, Huxley. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Also, like, a part of the problem with the stress is that people were refusing to work it, which means there's less people to work it, which it just increases the stress load on the people working on it.
Yeah.
But
And-
also, I support it.
Yeah, like having a 10-year roadmap makes it really hard to kind of delay things without pretty much delaying everything. So they kind of just put themselves in a tight corner with this roadmap of the Marvel universe, which I don't even think is needed because at least Phase 4 wise, not a lot of them are like affecting each other almost from what I've seen.
That is also another discussion we'll have at some point because someone made up a really good point to me.
All right. You guys will talk about it in the Thor discussion without me.
I'm sorry, I was only half listening. What are we having a discussion about?
Phase 4 so far.
Mm,
Where it's going,
yeah,
if we even know.
I don't think we do.
Apparently, Phase 4 is the longest at like 100 hours, combining the movies and the TV shows. And
I mean, yeah, they're adding TV shows. It makes sense, and
yeah,
also, it's a bigger project now. It makes sense that it would be continuously getting bigger.
I think movie-wise, it has less movies than other phases, but with the TV shows, it's very long, which is understandable. Like one episode is like a movie sometimes.
I don't know because the phases are done by like Avengers movies, right? So like the first Avengers was only 5 movies.
Yeah.
We definitely are past that with Far From Home is the beginning of phase 2. And then we have Black Widow, technically. Shang-Chi, Eternals, another Spider-Man, Multiverse of Madness, and Thor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I think Avengers might be the shortest, but like I think the one with Endgame was like the longest movie-wise so far.
yeah, this one's going to beat it.
Probably, because we don't even know where this phase is going towards yet.
I mean,
So
we have
it's hard to call it
ideas,
like a
but
phase.
yeah.
All right, so moving on over to Netflix side of things, the Duffer Brothers launched Netflix Shingle Upside Down Pictures. So I guess they plan on just doing Netflix stuff this entire time by that company's name, where they're gonna do a Stranger Things spinoff, a Stephen Daldry helmed stage play coming along. I don't even know what that means. I don't know why I was writing.
There's a Death Note stage play as well, and a Stephen King and Peter Straub talisman series. It's either a Death Note stage play or a Death Note series. I don't remember which.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the thing. It's a Stephen Daldry helmed stage play coming along with the manga Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note series is coming to Netflix.
Again.
No, well, the first one, it was a movie the first time, which was a mistake. That was part of the... Although, like, if they had done the movie right and just, like, skipped the MN section and just, like, you know, done it right and not in America and not Americanized and not a piece of shit.
Well, we'll see, because they're already doing a live-action One Piece, so I guess they're going to do a live-action Death Note series.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is the creator of Death Note attached to the series?
As far as I know, no.
Then no, I don't need it.
Hold, please.
I have nothing but faith in Oda, so the One Piece series should be good. But if the creator of Death Note is not attached to the series, I don't need it.
It does not look like he is attached. What's happening is Netflix has the rights and they want to make money off of it.
Yeah, because they realize that they only have Stranger Things right now.
And Umbrella Academy.
And I guess, yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but yeah.
I don't know what else they have that people care about.
Camp Cretaceous is ending.
Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is Netflix. People care about that.
What that is.
I saw a scene from Brandy Cherry Flavor, which made me question my sanity.
What else do they have?
Or he's going to Netflix.
Better Call Saul is Netflix.
That's Netflix? That's not just AMC and Netflix puts it on?
Oh, it might be.
I would imagine that's just AMC because they did Breaking Bad, right? AMC.
Yeah. All right, Netflix original shows. My bad. Lucifer. They have Lucifer now.
I mean, they just did the season finale, the series finale, like last summer, I think.
Well, in that case, Bridgerton. Oh, Witcher.
No, yeah, they do have Witcher.
Okay. They have something. They have something on their list.
Yeah, they got Witcher. Yeah, you right. You right. I almost forgot about Witcher.
Like, and they've got some animated stuff like Castlevania.
Yeah, Castle. Well, isn't that done?
Well, they announced other stuff like spin-offs, right?
Yeah,
Then you have your Dragon Prince. That's them, right?
Yeah, there's
Yep.
Dragon Prince. Yeah, they can.
And
milk
they've
that
got
series
the,
for as long as they want.
they've got the How to Train a Dragon show, and
I don't watch that. I didn't even watch How to Train Your Dragon.
We got Sweet 2 season 2, maybe a season 3.
yeah, Troll Hunters.
I don't know what that is.
I think Troll Hunter ended. Yeah.
Oh, did it? Well, Big Mouth. They've got Big Mouth.
That's
Yeah, they just had a spin-off about I couldn't be.
I like those. Oh, the spinoff. What was it called? Human Resources. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that series.
They've got lots of things.
So I guess they're still in the running
They have
For
some
now.
stuff.
for now.
They got Cobra Kai.
For now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's no longer a YouTube show. It's a Netflix show now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Is Orange is the New Black still going?
No.
That has to have been way over. That's like
Is Seven Deadly Sins still going?
no, that's done.
Yes.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
I think the next season's introducing who are they called? The
They
Four
literally-
Horsemen of the Apocalypse or something?
They literally beat the King of the Demons. What more is there?
The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
What is what? Okay. All right, sure.
After being the Demon Lord, I think the next people they're fighting is Merlin, and they're also gonna meet the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Fighting Merlin? I thought she was a part of the team.
Not Merlin. Arthur.
Huxley, how did we both catch this Pokemon?
Because more than one person can catch a Pokemon.
What?
Yeah.
It's not like how on Discord where it's fair and right.
I don't like this.
It's just a probability thing with the Pokeballs.
I was doing this to stop you from catching it.
No. It's not how this works. Because this works throughout all of Twitch. So that means people on other streams are all catching the same Pokemon.
All right, so Solo Leveling trailer, we got that.
Looks great.
I'm excited for it. I want more manhwa to hit Crunchyroll.
I loved Solo Leveling as a manhwa. I will love it as a series.
Yeah.
They even have a chance to improve some of the later bits where they had to rush the ending. But other than that,
I'm hoping
I think I've
this
heard
paves the way
some
for like Hardcore Leveling Warrior.
I think I've heard some complaints that they've changed the name of the character to the Japanese name they use in the light novel because they think it will appeal more if it has a Japanese name over a Chinese name.
I mean,
I thought it was Korean.
it's
Korean?
It's,
Korean.
Okay, Korean.
Korean.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is pretty good. What? Appeal to who? Man, it's just another example. People just doing too much.
What's funny too is that like Japan is typically the villain in manhwas. So like you change a Korean character's name to a Japanese
That's
character.
wild.
I think that's also one of the changes because I think they said they're adapting the light novel over the webtoon because the light novel appeals more to Japanese fans.
Sung Jin Woo is a fire name. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. And like, I know that like Japan doesn't like being seen as a villain in Korea, but
They did some messed up things
historically
in
they
World War
are.
II.
Not just World War II. So like the Japanese-Korean beef starts with the Sumo-Japanese Wars in like 200 when Japan and China were fighting over Korea as a territory while Korea was starting to try to create their own nation.
Yeah. Japan is definitely up there with colonial powers with like Britain and America. They're no better than us. They're no better than us.
And China. Yeah, like they're villains for a reason. We also got The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2 trailer, which I know Haxley is extremely hyped for. It's only been like 9 years.
Yeah, it's pretty late, but I'll take it.
I have more on these shelves. I just grabbed these ones.
I need to rewatch the series. I love that show.
I'm still behind on the mangas. All caught up on Dr. Stone. All caught up on Cells at Work. Code Black. Heaven's Design Team. Made in the Abyss. ReZero. I need to work on my Devil's a Part-Timer, Konosuba, and Pokemon mangas.
I need Konosuba Season 3.
I need to finish collecting the rest of Your Lie in April.
Maybe I should actually start buying them.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too, Jeff. But you know,
Money.
that Skrilla is low.
My recent addiction has been D&D minis.
Oof. My wallet hurts for you.
It's been a tough one. Etsy is a cruel place.
Homie, you might as well just get into Magic the Gathering while you're at it if you're looking for money burning.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
All right. And we already talked about the Yu-Gi-Oh creator. So, if someone has anything else to add, we'll move on to TV shows.
Just rest in peace.
I did see something, but I forget.
Hey, that is like the highlight of my childhood. So I'll say rest in peace as many times as I can.
I should try and play Master Duel sometime in his honor.
Want to use a DM staple deck? Use only his art.
Okay.
That's gonna be hard, homie.
I'm gonna have to look up what cards.
You know, hey, only the original art. You know, like. Do I have any Kazuki Takahashi cards?
I don't know off the top of my head which ones are his.
They'll say it on the bottom of the card.
Yeah, like this one here, Saber Shark says his name at the bottom.
Haxley, I saw a board game that we need to play on stream at some point.
Okay.
And I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, so I'm gonna look it up while we're talking. Hi, Bella. I saw it. Sorry.
I summoned the Summon Skull.
I think.
All right. So he did Silva, Warlord of Darkness. Do they also say his name? No, they don't. Okay. Because like all these cards said his name so far. Danger Dogman, Shadal Squamata, Danger Chupacabra, Danger Mothman, Danger Response Team. He did not do Danger Excitement Mystery, so I can't have this in my deck anymore. I can keep Jar Avarice. You're in danger.
I'm sure all the jars are him.
Especially that pot of greed card here.
I can keep Bigfoot, Netty, Ogopogo, Jackalope. Oh, he did not do trade in. He did not do trade in.
There's no way he didn't do trade in. What?
Trade in doesn't have his name on it.
I'm gonna find this fucking board game that we need to play.
God, this is such a long list. It's like all the Blue Eyes, Buster Blader, of course, Jinzo.
Oh, Jinzo was such a good Was that a Gen 1 card or Gen 2?
Sorcerer, Dark Magic,
It's a Gen 1.
Magician's Rod, Dark Magician, Ayatamias. I'm gonna look for one. It might be easier to just find cards he didn't do, honestly, out of mine.
It might have honestly been a Jurassic Park game.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Are you ready to talk boys, Miss Marvel?
Yeah, what do we want? Do we want to start with the boys or Miss Marvel?
I think the boys do the season finale for that.
All right.
I didn't realize till I watched Miss Marvel today that the YouTube video I put the wrong number on because I thought the last week was episode 5, but apparently this week was episode 5.
Yeah, I realized that when I was watching this episode, I was like, this is not the finale.
I was like, well, I already posted that as episode 5, and we're on episode 4.
You can always fix it.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what the finale is going to be about.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm very confused as to what it's going to be.
It seems like there should be more time between what we just saw in the finale.
Here it is. There's a My Hero Academia board game that just came out. It's called My Hero Academia Plus Ultra, and it's a cooperative board game.
Cooperative.
Plus Ultra! New York Smash!
Well, I guess Jeff's going to be ultimate fanboy.
I'm not that big a fan of My Hero Academia. I like it. But,
I was saying that you were going to be Deku, ultimate fanboy.
I guess I would be Deku. Well, no, I like Todoroki.
I don't even know if he's an option.
Why? He's like one of the main guys.
Yeah, he's like one of the main guys.
He's not an option.
He makes like one of the most. So it's Bakugo, Deku, Todoroki. They're like the 3 main people.
He is one. It depended on the fight. Yeah,
because I was about to say, he is definitely of the big 3 in terms of heroes in that show. Deku, him, Bakugo.
Okay, I'll be Tokoyami.
That's the bird guy, right?
Yeah, that's the bird guy.
That's the Batman.
Okay. So he's there. Who else is there? Is the whole class there?
No, not the whole class.
I imagine Uraraka is there.
Yeah, of course.
Uraraka.
Ida, Bakugo, Midoriya, Asui, Jiro. What's his name?
Kaminari?
No. Red Riot.
Red Riot? Oh, what is his name?
I forgot his actual name.
But you know who I'm talking about. And then
Yeah.
Momo. And then
What to say is Momo's not here, but Jiro is.
I mean, my girl's not there, so
The Invisible Girl?
no. I mean,
Your
she
girl.
is there. You can't see her. My girl is Mirko.
I mean, it doesn't sound like any of the teachers are there.
Mirko, but she's not a teacher. She's number 3. She's number 3.
You didn't say All Might or Endeavor either. It sounds like they're all just students.
Yeah, they're all just students.
It took me a
Actually,
second to
there's
remember
no
who that
Endeavor.
is.
Mirko?
What?
It took me a second to remember who that was. I was like, ooh.
It's hinted at that she used to be a villain, and she turned into a hero.
Makes sense.
So
Why is what the hell was the American one called? Spangled something?
Star Spangled Banner or something? I don't know.
It was like, or was it Stars and Stripes or something? I forgot what her name was.
I think it was Stars and Stripes.
I don't know where. I never read that far, so I don't know what she does or who she is or how she's related.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She's the number 1 hero in America. Her power is anything she says becomes like the rule or law. So
Fascism.
Like, she can have 2 rules at a time. So one rule she always has on is like her super body of increased strength and everything, but she can also say like she has to touch whatever it is to make the law. So like if she touches you and tells you to stop breathing, you stop breathing. When someone fires something at her, she touched the air and she just told the air to solidify.
What?
I mean, yeah, that would work. It would become ice, though, right? Of some sort. Like, what happens when oxygen and all the things that are in air solidify?
I remember in the fight, she had a bunch of people shoot lasers at her, and she touched the laser and like told the lasers to become her sword to kind of cut down a villain.
I don't even know what to say about that. We're just doing whatever now, huh?
I mean, she dies, so it didn't matter then.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks for the huge spoiler, Haxley. Maybe a warning for the people who haven't even gotten that far.
Haxley's one of those people that just ruins whole animes by telling you the ending.
I mean, I feel like we got past that when I started telling you her powers.
That's fair. That's fair. What are we doing? Are we talking about Miss Marvel?
The boys.
We're the boys first, unless you want to do Miss Marvel first.
I don't care which one we do first.
I don't know if I remember the boys, but I remember reacting viscerally to certain parts of the boys.
There's a certain scene that I can imagine would probably jar you.
Okay. I was about to start, and Jeff gets up.
I had to grab my hot Cheeto puffs. Carry on.
Okay. Hola, everyone. Welcome. It's me, Haxley, here. Today I'm joined with Mai and Jeff and Thunder. Who's Thunder?
You'll never know.
Okay.
Thunder is the sound that comes after Jeff.
Okay. We'll go with that.
I don't
today,
want what. So you always come first?
That's one interpretation.
we're talking The Boys. Episode 8. The Instant White Hot Wild.
I don't really get the name on this one.
I don't get this name at all.
Neither do I, yeah.
Maybe that's the point.
Yeah. But I guess we start off that. If I recall, we start off the episode with Homelander finding Ryan and taking his son with him. And Ryan kind of just going along with it after like everything that happened last season.
Well, this was after Billy, right? So
yeah, after Billy's been a bad parent, but like I thought he said Auntie Grace has been really nice.
It was like one moment Billy was a bad parent.
He's been ignoring Ryan like for the first 2 episodes.
Not really
Billy is
ignoring.
typically a bad parent. Also, I like that we're like calling him Billy, like that's because that's his name, but it's nobody calls him Billy. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very disappointed in Ryan. I feel like this was okay, sure. Butcher has not been with you for all of this season so far. But you turned on them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Homelander said the one thing he wanted to hear. It's okay to make mistakes. I'll always love you.
Yeah.
He didn't seem annoyed by Ryan just calling him at 8 in the morning or wanting to do anything. Watch a video with him.
It's not his kid.
Other than that, we kind of have Butcher, Huey, and Soldier Boy kind of just getting ready to go fight Homelander, kill him, and they just want to make sure Soldier Boy understands Homelander is his son, but not really. He didn't raise Homelander. Homelander was grown in a tube in a lab. It's not the same thing as a son.
I mean,
And it was seeming like Soldier Boy was a bit conflicted.
they got a point too. Like, it's not your kid.
You know nothing. You didn't know this person existed till like a week ago. And he's already a grown man. You can't make up for that time. This is just a stranger at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get Soldier Boy's backstory of not just being a kid from Philly, getting the super soldier serum and becoming a hero. He was a rich daddy's boy. He always had daddy's money. Daddy was always like never impressed by him. He used his contacts to get ahead of the line, get Formula V or whatever from VOTS, become a super soldier, and his dad was mad at him that he cheated to get this. He didn't earn any of it. Which I guess is fair.
Yeah, and like I know we're supposed to feel somewhat bad for Superboy in these moments and yada yada. I don't. Like he still turned out to be a psychopath.
Yeah, like there's nothing redeeming about Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
He might have a bad father, but like that doesn't make anything okay. I guess he was born in like the 30s or 40s, so maybe it's to be expected for him to be a little bit racist and homophobic and everything.
Yeah.
Not okay for today's modern time.
No.
But yeah, they get that done. They go on their way to kill Homelander. They stop by a gas station where Butcher knocks Huey out and tells Soldier Boy that he chickened out. It's just going to be the two of them for this fight against Homelander. And somehow Huey got in touch with... What's her name?
Starlight.
I was going to call her Dazzler. Like, that's not right.
We can call her Annie if you want to keep the trend.
Yeah, Annie.
Okay.
And we can just ask if she's okay.
All right, so Huey he gets in contact with Annie. Annie tells him about what happens if you keep taking Temp V. And he realizes Butcher cares. Butcher loves him. He saved his life. Butcher's gonna die from this. So they need to go save Butcher.
Yeah.
And before this, actually, I guess was the Maeve scene before this, or was that the episode prior where
That
they're
was this
transporting
episode.
Maeve?
Oh, when they're transporting Maeve, that was the episode prior.
Oh, transporting Maeve episode prior, she escaped.
Yeah.
This episode, we found out she went to MM's house, Mother's Milk, and the moment she walks into this building, Maeve just like shreds him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything but walk in this room, and she just disses him.
I mean, he kind of deserves it.
I guess he just looks like that kind of person, huh?
It's not that. I mean, I think his actions kind of deserve it after this past season.
This is true. I don't know if Maeve knows about anything that's happened. They might have
No,
told her.
I don't
right?
think so.
I don't think. I just think Maeve doesn't like you.
I think that's 100% it, but it's kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, I feel bad for you, Hobie, when like I think you deserve it.
Next, what should we talk about next? Black Noir?
Yeah, I guess Black Noir would be what happened next.
Black Noir shows up at the tower. He goes up to Homelander. They hug. They embrace each other as the best friends they are. And Black Noir tells him that they have to kill Soldier Boy. They have to get ready. Homelander questions Black Noir. Did this whole time, did Black Noir know that Soldier Boy was his father? That he had a family out there? That's all that he wanted. And Black Noir told him the truth. And Soldier Boy punches him through the stomach, through the guts. Homelander punches Black Noir through the guts. And we're left with a Black Noir on the ground, dying, with his cartoon compatriots just telling him how proud they are of him, of the person he grew up to be, and that soon he'll be with their Lord Jesus Christ. I was so mad by this.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm mad that they brought in the best part of the show, like an episode before getting rid of it.
Like, I say we riot for Black Noir.
No one's safe?
On that front, though, the showrunner Eric Kripke did mention that this might not be the end of Black Noir. That
I'm trying to see how that's
but
possible.
Maybe for that
yeah.
Black, because the Black Noir they killed off. So remember the scene of Payback in Nicaragua?
Yeah.
They use a different actor to play that Black Noir compared to the Black Noir we see in the modern day. And Eric Kripke is like, Black Noirs are easily replaceable character because of the mask. So it might be the end for that Black Noir, but they might still get another Black Noir to fill in the role for Vought's publicity look or whatever.
Especially since,
So
it's going around that Homelander just likes to kill people.
yeah. But yeah, Black Noir said Homelander meets up with the Deep, A-Train, and Ashley. And he tells them he's killed Black Noir. And Black Noir was better than all the rest of them combined. He was his best friend, the only person he trusted in. And he killed him. So now Deep, A-Train, and Ashley got to step it up. He tells the Deep to do something for him. He talks to A-Train about killing one of their own. Killing a super. And that A-Train needs to get in line. Did he do anything else to A-Train after that? Or was it pretty much just that spiel?
It was like, you gotta tell the people that we're the one true justice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One true justice. And he tells Ashley to take off the wig. And that's all he asked Ashley to do, right? Take off the wig.
Yeah.
But that's enough. All of them are kind of terrified, it feels like. That this is going a bit too far. But they're not going to stop Homelander.
Yeah.
And I guess the next big thing is everyone's showing up at Vault Tower. Soldier Boy, Butcher. And then we have the boy showing up to save Butcher and stop Soldier Boy from destroying a whole tower full of people.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just Vought.
It's just
Yeah.
bots.
Like, I mean, I feel bad for the workers, I guess, but I don't feel bad for.
I feel like a lot of the workers know what goes down in Vault. I feel like you can't just
That's
not
true.
know. But, yeah, they show up to Vault. They have their little fight. Soldier Boy, Butcher fighting Homelander. Ryan's there. Ryan gets hurt. Butcher's like, not the kid. And he explains that that's his wife's kid. And Soldier Boy's like, what? It's not even your kid? This is a kid that belongs to the man who fucked your wife?
It'd be like that sometimes.
I guess it'd be like that. I don't know how it be. I am no kid stepfather. Butcher doesn't even know this kid Ryan that well. Like, he only found out Ryan existed like 2 years ago. And during that 2-year time, he wasn't even living with Ryan.
Yeah.
But he made a promise to his
He
dying
did make
wife.
a promise to his dying wife, who he thought was dead for years.
I mean, she was still dying right in front of him, and he made a promise.
Yeah.
Like,
Butcher just might be the better person then. I don't know. I don't know if it's something I would do.
Huxley, I think you just admitted that Billy is better than you as a person.
I did.
And I think you should evaluate that just a little bit.
I would 100% sacrifice Ryan and Homelander just to kill them because I think Homelander will do a lot of things worse. This is a trolley problem. I'm willing to sacrifice 2 for the greater good.
especially with that ending.
I'm not Batman here. Not everyone can be saved.
But you gotta save everyone, actually. That's how you get redemption arcs.
It's true. But then you can revert back to your ways, and it can be called good writing, according to the people over at HBO. I would continue to shit on Game of Thrones for that stuff.
I didn't know where this is coming from. Honestly, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but so yeah, Butcher, Homelander fight off Soldier Boy. Frenchie and Kimiko are making a drug that will knock Soldier Boy out. Maeve is fighting, shows up, fights Homelander. Everyone else shows up to fight Soldier Boy. Maeve has some amazing fight scenes against Homelander. Kimiko has amazing fight dance scene, honestly.
Yeah, truly. Frenchie gets shot while creating a bomb. Or not a bomb. A
Neuro
a
agent.
knockout gas.
Neurotoxin. Not even knockout gas. This is poison. This is like chemical warfare poison.
It's just knockout gas for Soldier Boy.
For Soldier Boy. Anyone else, it's death.
Starlight has a big moment.
It looks
For
like
a
she had a
drop of
big
blood.
moment.
For a drop of blood.
Pretty much, it looks like something epic's about to come down, and it just ends up being a push.
I think that was a really, really good show of how just strong Homelander is, though. Like, Starlight sent a shit ton of energy at him, and he was just like, okay, next.
You mean Soldier Boy?
Or Soldier Boy, yeah.
Yeah, it's either that or like, I was like, I don't know if maybe this is why no one seems afraid of Starlight, because like Newman wasn't afraid of Starlight, Homelander's not afraid of Starlight.
She's not as powerful as you would think.
I think she is. I think that they weren't afraid of her because of her, like, humanity.
That might be true. She's like the only one with like a heart at this point.
Yeah.
He has a heart.
He was losing this heart for most of the season until this last episode.
I wouldn't say he was losing it.
And then it grew 3 times its size that day.
But yeah, they're eventually able to get knockout Soldier Boy, but he's gonna blow up before he fades out. And Maeve realizes she's got to do what a hero's got to do, and she rushes Soldier Boy, gets out of the building with him, and they blow up together outside.
Yeah, she just fucking yeets herself out the window.
I gotta say, so much props to Maeve this season.
Yeah. Yeah,
So much props.
I like audibly gasped at that moment. I am so glad that my fiance happened to be awake at that point in time, because I like gasped and grabbed the bed sheets and like held them.
So much props to Maeve.
So yeah,
The actress
Soldier
has
Boy,
been killing it too.
Soldier Boy's taken care of. I guess Homelander and Butcher leave off on good terms, kind of like
They don't necessarily want to kill each other right now.
not right now, not in front of Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, we work together. We're gonna acknowledge this, and we're gonna walk away. We'll fight again later. And I guess, yeah, that's almost where it ends. We find out Butcher's has like 12 to 18 months to live. We find out Maeve's still alive, just doesn't have powers. She's gonna go live on a farm with her fiance. Uh, Ashley sees the security cameras of Maeve surviving the blast and getting put in the van with the boys and driving off, and she deletes it. And
That's
I
like
think,
the only time I've liked Ashley was when she did that.
yeah. We see the Deep kill the vice president.
And not
And
vice
new
president, the vice president nominee.
nominee or candidate or whatever. And the new candidate being Newman, the head popper, who gave Homelander the information about where Ryan was.
Yeah.
And then I guess and then we also see that in this small span of time, I don't like how long has passed since the Deep fucked the octopus with his wife. Because his wife has written a book about this.
I feel like most of that was already pre-written, and then she was just like, "All right, now we got to add the octopus fucking."
This has already been a work in progress, but this octopus thing just happened. This has to be the ending of this book.
You ever have to write like a 25-page paper in 3 hours because it's due at midnight and you forgot about it until 9 p.m.? She did that, but for like 2 weeks straight for an entire book.
And now she's on the talk shows talking about her book and everything she went through with the Deep. And I guess now time for the big moment. Homelander shows off to a crowd of people. His son, Ryan. And someone throws an ice cream at Ryan. And Homelander, he visions his brains out.
And then Mother Milk's ex-wife's new husband cheers him.
Cheers him, and the whole crowd starts cheering him. They love that Homelander does this. That he's willing to kill all the liberals, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's how
problematic as hell, but
yeah. But that's what his fans want. That's what they wanted. So, what are our thoughts on season 3 of The Boys?
I loved it.
It's pretty good.
I enjoyed
the season finale was really good, but obviously the best episode was Herogasm.
Yeah,
I agree. Herogasm might have been the best one.
Well, a lot of the characters played their roles well, and their character arcs are going in interesting directions. Like I said, I'm looking forward to see what happens with A-Train. I loved how they tied up Queen Maeve's story. Anthony Stark is just playing a phenomenal Homelander. You know, that actor.
All of us.
Honestly, everybody's kind of killing their roles and acting and everything.
Yeah.
You know
what?
Huey's powerless moment was a nice little human touch.
All of us were wrong, though. Both Frenchie and Kimiko survived the season. We felt for sure that one of them was going to die based off all this talk about quitting the boys and starting a life together.
They did make it through.
To be fair, they did not quit the boys in the end.
And then Frenchie learned to keep his cake hole wide open.
That was one of the best scenes of this episode. No.
And we shall have dental and no, my cake hole will remain quite open.
Not Huey. Frenchie was like, "I'm starting a revolution. I'm unionizing. Fuck you, Butcher. This is what's happening."
This shit had me dead.
Like, are y'all even getting paid for any of this? Huey's was the one with the job.
Huey had gotten them as well to be contractors.
Yeah.
For the government.
But does Huey still work there?
Technically, I think so.
Yeah, technically, he was just on sick leave.
Okay. So at some point, he has to show. Maybe he'll get promoted and he'll have Newman's old job.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, Mans was just on sick leave for like 3 weeks. He's gonna be lucky if he's not fired.
Newman's becoming the vice president.
It's very hard to get fired from a government job.
Also, Newman was only the head of that because she was a congresswoman.
I didn't realize she was a congresswoman before that. I thought she was just Stan's daughter and got the job because of that.
No, she was a congresswoman. Although, if you notice, there is a like vote for Huey Newton sign in the back in his apartment.
Yeah.
So maybe Huey's gonna run for election this next season.
Maybe. We'll find out more because the next thing we're getting is the spin-off the Varsity before season 4 happens.
That's true.
That's true.
But yeah, we've all enjoyed The Boys. Mai was on a wild ride because I don't think she's ever watched The Boys before we started this show.
I had stopped like halfway through season 2 because I didn't like that they were trying to redeem the Deep, and then I caught up.
Okay.
So,
well, Deep is back to having nothing in his life. A-Train, I guess, is alive, but doesn't really have a family or anything anymore because his brother hates him.
yeah, that I'm really interested to see what happens in that storyline.
Yeah, A-Train is finally learning about consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just go murdering people. Most people don't condone this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all we got for The Boys. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and follow us on our social medias. And yeah, check us out sometime. I'm Haxy GV. This is my mightiest woman. And Jeff and Thunder, apparently.
Yeah, the Thunder came before Jeff this time. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Whew. I can't believe
All
you
right.
set yourself up so beautifully for that.
I'm so mad.
Does that mean I can call your girlfriend Thunder?
No.
I think there are bigger problems with calling yourself a girl with Thunder.
Not unless they're cosplayed as Thunder.
All right, Miss Marvel time.
Sure.
Okay, I just watched it not that long ago today.
So it's fresh in your mind. That's good because I don't remember it that well.
Yeah, like I remember.
I mean, I don't even know what to talk about. Like, I was confused.
It's a hard one to talk about. It's a hard one to talk about because she's in the past, but it doesn't follow her at all. I'd be okay with just skipping this and like talking about it
with the finale
with
next
the finale.
week.
Yeah,
We could do that.
Because honestly, as an episode, it didn't really feel like an episode.
yeah
I didn't like the
just,
episode that much. It just felt like a transitional part.
I like. I think I would like the episode more if like it just felt like it was a part of a movie. It felt like the semifinal and the final should have been one thing, and it would have been like a 2-parter finale.
Yeah, I don't think it stands alone that well. We'll have to see how it moves to the next part. All right, so you guys saw Thor: Love and Thunder. Like,
He like cut himself
Oh,
and then you noticed that, right?
yeah.
He cut himself off and then just transitioned.
We're talking about Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, do you work tonight?
No.
All right. Would you be okay if I grabbed some water really quickly?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll let you guys do the opening, whatever you want to open the show for the Thor Love and Thunder bit. Just at the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, blah blah blah.
Yeah. It's my first
Oh.
intro. I got you. I won't let you down, actually.
All right.
Should I stay or should I go?
Next week, is it just Harley Quinn next week? Because I thought Harley Quinn's not for
Miss
not Harley
Marvel.
Miss Marvel next week.
Should I stay or should I go?
Na 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 na.
Back.
Bam.
All right, I'll leave this to you guys then. Adios.
Adios.
All right. So I guess imagine we're dragons and we're bringing the thunder and the thunder.
And love.
Yeah, sure. That's a terrible intro. What's up, guys? It's My Mightiest Woman with Jeff and Thunder, one entity, covering Thor's Love and Thunder. We're missing Haxley this week because he was too sick to be able to actually go see it. He unfortunately came down with COVID. So I guess, Jeff, to start this off with the Thunder, what would you rate this? How many lightning strikes out of 10?
Like 5. Personally.
That's fair. I feel like I had a lot of fun with this movie at times, but it had some weird pacing, and I'm not thrilled with one of the plot points that they had. So I think I'd give it like a 7.2. But it was a fun movie, which is why it's so high for you. Like, it's not the most amazing superhero movie to go watch, but it's an entertaining time.
There was some fun parts. There are some jokes I enjoyed. Then I realized, it's a comedy movie.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing I had to get clear and figure out in the beginning. Like, nothing is going to be taken seriously. Nothing was taken seriously. And I just have to accept that. Unfortunately, in terms of comedy movies, I prefer a little raunchier comedy. So it was not for me, which is why it gets a lower rating from me. So it just it was not a movie for me, to be honest.
Also, I think it's fair to point out that I'm probably adding a whole point onto my total just for Chris Hemsworth ass. Great moment, 10 out of 10 for that moment only. Actually, 10 out of 10 cheeks, 5 out of 5 butts for that moment.
It's hard to say who really has America's ass now.
Oh, I don't think New Asgard's in America, so I think it's still not Cap because he's dead, but somebody else.
He's still there. In terms of acting, Chris Hemsworth, per usual, is a phenomenal actor with a lot of range.
Yeah, I think that was something that I noticed from pretty much everybody. Did a really good job acting wise. It's just pacing was off and script was off and editing was off at times.
And comedy wasn't that great for certain scenes. There were some things I enjoyed. I definitely love the weird relationship beef between all the weapons.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Or mostly it's Stormbreaker v everyone else.
I really loved Bale as Gore. I thought he was fantastic. And he even was like dark and humorous at times. And there are parts of like when they did his scenes that it almost felt like Taika was able to bring in a bit of that horror aspect into it that I really enjoyed.
He did have some horror moments that I really did like. I don't know how I feel about Gore's character. I guess it's just because he felt too much like the Joker for me.
That's fair. He felt just unhinged, which makes sense. I kind of wish that they did. Like, this was only a 2-hour movie, and like we're getting pretty used to like longer movies. I wish that they had just given more time to Gore becoming the God Slayer.
Yeah, I would have liked that.
And like, it would have been more interesting if they gave more time to Gore being the God Slayer and more time to Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth to be Thor and Jane, exploring that relationship. Because like we haven't had them in 12 years.
Yeah.
Like
it's been a long time.
Yeah, like it would have been nice to really see that flush out and like see, like you can tell that they still very much love each other and they want to make it work, but to really like have that flush out more. Let's sticking on the love theme of Love and Thunder, hearing Valkyrie's romantic history was very interesting, and like talking about that was pretty neat. How Chords people are made, and that was really cool to bring that in. Like I like that they kept bringing in the Love and Thunder like aspects throughout the entire movie. Even Gore, like his whole motivation is lost love. Like I really appreciate them sticking strong with the theme, and not just having the name be just a name. Like I think that was a big problem of mine with Multiverse of Madness, is that like we got like a little bit of multiverse and a little bit of madness and not a lot of the multiverse just being crazy.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that we got that like Love and Thunder throughout it all.
Random statement. What the hell was Zeus's accent?
I have no idea what the fuck Russell Crowe was doing the entire movie.
I was like, are you trying to be Italian? Is that where you're trying to go?
I mean, maybe. So that's an interesting idea, right? Like maybe his accent should be a mix of like Greece and Italy, because Zeus is the god of both. Jesus Christ, both Greek and Roman pantheons.
Which is true, yeah.
So like that would have been really interesting if done well.
Yeah. The accent was a little I would just get distracted at times. I was like, I feel like you're exaggerating this for the sake of comedy. So
I feel like
get it,
I think the choice was also that like Zeus is exaggerating because he thinks he's good at putting on a show, but he's not. Which is great because like that's what I imagine from Zeus. I also thoroughly I thoroughly enjoyed that whole like them sneaking into the gods like meeting realm. Uh, that was pretty funny.
That was a fun scene. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that scene.
I don't think I had a lot of like I don't think any scene particularly like dragged. Everything had its like, oh, this is fun. This is fun. It never like transitioned well was my problem.
I wouldn't even say that the issue was the transition for me. I just felt like it never gave me like a really peak moment to like hold on to.
That's fair. I actually, so my favorite moment, I don't know if you want to talk about like what went through how the thing went, or if we just want to talk about it in conversational. But my favorite moment was actually the transition from color to black and white. Like that was just so aesthetically pleasing, and it was so different. Like we just don't get that a lot, especially in the MCU.
Yeah, I was telling my friends as we were watching it, the Shadow Realm was definitely one of my favorite. Well, I don't know if it's called the Shadow Realm, but it's loosely going off that. But
Yeah,
Shadow Dimension, whatever they want to call it. But that was probably one of my favorite parts. It was more aesthetically pleasing. The everyone, I thought Valkyrie was gonna die.
yeah, I thought she was gonna die.
Like, I thought he had stabbed her with the sword, but I guess it was just the Zeus bolt, and
Yeah.
he couldn't recover from that. So
I thought Valkyrie was gonna die. I thought, I mean, I knew Jane was going to die. And that's because I knew that they were doing Sick Jane, which part of me was hoping that like they would change it up just a little bit, and we would get to see Mighty Thor more, because I thoroughly enjoy Nelly as Mighty Thor. It was fun. She was just trying to live her life, but then there's the thing that you think is saving you is killing you instead. And yeah, I think like that. It's a trope. It's a working trope that the thing that you think is healing you is killing you instead. It's a great trope. My only problem with what they did is that we just saw a woman die for a man to realize how to become emotionally mature, and I don't like that trope for anybody. I don't like somebody needing death to become emotionally mature. I think that's a very bad trope in writing. I think that like that she could have survived, and just that journey of like almost losing all these children and almost losing the person he loves and finding the person he loves again, and like just going on this journey is just what should have been it, not the rest of it.
I would say one of my things is I kind of wish if they were going to do a story of him being emotionally mature and ending it how they did, that the child should have came back to life earlier, and then that should have been the thing that taught Thor how to be more, how to care again.
Yeah,
where to focus his care. Like it should have been his daughter. Which, fun fact, that is Chris Hemsworth's actual daughter.
Oh, that's cool. That I didn't know that. That's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they used this as a kid.
And the young Thor that was running in the age up scene for him was his son as well.
That makes a lot of sense, because I was like, holy fuck, that looks like him. How'd they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like the daughter, like especially in terms of like the story is Thor, finding something to love again. Like he's no longer closing himself off. So like I felt like the child thing wasn't played into well. They hinted at it earlier in the movie, but they didn't really like dive into it. I felt like if Jane and him had more of a conversation about that being one of the things that drove them apart, because they said it in the movie, but they didn't dive into it. It would have helped a lot better, especially for how it ended. That being said, the ending is still one of my favorite scenes.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's definitely one of my favorite scenes.
I can't wait to see Kid Thor. Like that, I'm absolutely looking forward to. Yeah, no, there's just so much. There's so much done well in this movie, and I think what ends up making it getting scored so low for us is the fact that it's just it's it could have been better, and we know it could have been better. Like and I'm not completely blaming Taika for this because you can only do so much with the script that you get, but it could have been better. It could have been elevated, and I'm a little disappointed.
They could have let the more serious moments be more serious.
Yeah.
They could have. They didn't have to let it stay like just pure comedy. Like
Yeah.
you could have more depressing, sadder scenes in it to like really, get us to care.
Yeah, absolutely. I also one scene that I really liked too was the child army scene.
That was cool.
Like that was really fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of really fun, great moments, but there's not a singular like exemplary moment. And I think that's what we're missing. And I think another reason, especially for me, why it scored lower than I would have hoped is that it is a Taika film. Like, I've come to expect a certain quality from him. And it didn't feel like he delivered this time. Like, he did so well with Jojo Rabbit and delivering those sad moments in a comedy and creating this dark like theme that's surrounding them, but still keep it laughable the entire time. And it just consistently felt like it wasn't there. But that being said, I think it was a very, very fun movie. Thoroughly enjoyed the movie. And I do recommend it, especially as like one of the better Thor movies, because I think 1 and 2 are just so
egregious,
uninspiring. Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Like I said, I don't hate the movie. I don't necessarily like it. I think one of the issues I have, one, I just never really liked Thor like that. That's just me personally.
That's fair.
I've never cared for Thor like that. I don't really see him as a character that stands for anything. So I've never really, connected with him. And I guess like for me, that's the same thing kind of stands for in the movies. I think Love and Thunder does a better job showing what Thor could stand for, and if they play on that, on like him just being like a character about genuine love, like a loving God, that's a good thing to go with, and I hope moving forward that improves on Thor's character. It's about him and love, and he just generally loves. That's a cool thing they can play off, which I like. So if they continue with that, I probably might grow to love Thor. But beforehand, I haven't liked Thor. I mean, I love Ragnarok, but that's mostly because it was funny and well done. But
it was funny, and like Hulk was great, and Valkyrie was great. Like there were so many great moments in it. The villains were great in Ragnarok. One of the things that also bothered me about this movie is that I don't know how much you know about like Valhalla and Viking lore and things like that, but you don't have to just die in battle, like in strict Mortal Kombat, to enter Valhalla. One of the ways that you can enter is by fighting your hardest against an illness. And so Jane didn't have to die in battle. She could have just died because she couldn't be cured.
Well, I thought
that would have been
right.
It's more that she sacrificed herself into battle, a fight that needed to be fought, versus just fighting her hardest to survive. And I think that would have been a better overarching theme for Jane if it was she passed because she was fighting so hard to survive but couldn't. Versus this, I'm going to sacrifice myself because I'm going to die anyways. Like it's a different meaning, and it was a little disappointing to not see that, especially because like a, a lot of people who believe in the Viking lore, they believe that cancer is one of the ways that you enter Valhalla because it is one of the hardest battles you can fight.
That's nice.
So,
yeah. I did appreciate Thor giving his axe the first beer. That was a nice little moment. Him, honestly, I think his best moments were him interacting with the axe, in my opinion.
yeah, I can see that. I can see those interactions. I really liked his interactions with the children and Heimdall's son. Like those were all great, especially because like it showed that he would be a good dad. Like there were a lot of good moments that like foreshadowed him being a good dad. It's just that like the theme wasn't hit hard enough, in my opinion.
It wasn't too focused on it.
Yeah,
I do
was just
appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
It was just like something in the background so that when you get those final moments, you're like, oh yes, it all makes sense. It's like, no, I want that to feel heavier.
Yeah, like it's okay. It's a comedy movie, but I'm still allowed to feel.
Yeah.
Watch Cautious Hero.
Honestly, like Taika knows how to do it. JoJo is some of the most tear-jerking scenes in it, and it's a comedy. Like,
But,
just go with it.
It's just unfortunate. But hey, like I said, not the worst movie I've seen, and it's not like I hate it. I'm just not particularly a fan. I'm not gonna rewatch it. I wouldn't see myself rewatching it.
I'll probably rewatch it because it's fun, and like sometimes I want a superhero movie or show that I can just put on the background and not pay too much attention to. Like we did that last night with Shang-Chi, which I really love Shang-Chi, especially because I'm a big like kung fu movie fan, and just like the influences that they pull for Shang-Chi are so obvious. If you like kung fu movies, if you don't, like just the fight choreography, you can feel the influences so strongly. Like the bus fight is so reminiscent to several like Jackie Chan movies to me, and also like the way that they storytell through the fight choreography in that movie is incredible. Like Shang-Chi and his mother and his aunt all fight in very defensive style combat, whereas his sister and his dad are all very aggressive, attack heavy, and I like that's a very good use of storytelling in my opinion. But going back to Thor, like I don't. It's fun. Like if you want to have some good laughs and you want to have a heartwarming story, because that is what it is at the end of the day, is it's a heartwarming story. It's great. It's especially great for kids because there's scary moments and heartwarming moments and good parenting to show. But I think that's all I have to say. So
Yeah, I don't really have much to say, I guess, on the movie. Like I said, I like some things, I didn't like others, but all in all, it is what it is. I'm still excited for the next Thor movie. Like I said, I like the idea of that they're trying to give Thor a theme. I just need them to flesh it out more. Yeah. I will say I'm so confused on where Phase 4 is heading. Just because they feel like they've been setting up a lot of different things, and
yeah,
none of them are necessarily related.
So one thing that I've noticed in Phase 4, especially in the non your non like or not your non, but your more like magical fantastical characters is the world within, like the different dimensions within the world, the different worlds within the world, the worlds that are unseen, and that's what it really feels like we're heading with Phase 4. Because I mean, with far or not far, No Way Home, Multiverse Madness, you had the different multiverses. Loki is all about deviancy and different timelines and how they can shape into different worlds that are happening. Doctor Strange also had America Chavez jumping between different planes. Like they're different multiverses, but they're also different planes. Shang-Chi, Ta Lo is a whole different plane. Thor is going to the Shadow Realm or whatever it's called, and going to see Eternity, where it felt like two completely different planes, especially once they actually got to Eternity.
Eternity, I felt like it was a really big reveal for this movie. Like that's
huge,
pretty big.
It also kind of felt to me like they were trying to mix in the Watcher into it, because I saw the Watcher's figure in Eternity, which is pretty huge, and that would be interesting to see what they do, especially because it sounds like What If is going to be a part of these phases of Marvel. But yeah, I think Phase 4 is all about the world that we can't see in the worlds in between, and I think we're going to be ultimately leading up. As much as I want him to be the big bad for this overarching arc of phases, I think we're going to get Kong early.
You think okay, so he won't be the big bad, he'll just be a bad, probably for like the first Young Avengers movie.
Yeah, I think they're going to replace Ultron with him.
Okay, it's a little unfortunate because it's just hard to say, because Shang-Chi, remember, in the end the rings are calling to something.
Yeah, that is true.
And then you have this other storyline where the gods want to remind people to fear them.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to say, but I say your theory probably has the most creators. It's gonna be Kong up first, playing the Ultron role,
with the Young Avengers.
Yeah,
and it might be we might lose the older Avengers for them to come back. It might, like, they might just be repeating Infinity War Endgame. And I don't know how they're going to do that, but also we don't know what's going to happen with Phase 4, because we've known for a long time that a big key to it is Guardians of the Galaxy, and we haven't heard anything about that yet, because James Gunn is tied up with Suicide Squad stuff. So
guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah. I guess, like, any predictions for tomorrow with Miss Marvel? What we might see?
I have no idea. I'm gonna assume, given the strategic timing of Miss Marvel and Thor, if it's strategic at all, if it was just random, the finale is gonna have less to do with her storyline and more to do
with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's gonna have more to do with Captain Marvel, and then that's gonna maybe give us a hint about where Phase 4 is heading.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because I don't think Marvel is doing anything accidentally right now. I think they're doing things purposely. I even think that the WandaVision supposed to be coming after Winter Falcon was all just like kind of a red herring. I think that's what they're trying to throw at us a lot right now, is like, what do you think is going to happen is not what's going to happen.
No, exactly.
So especially because, like, the first 3 phases, comic book fans figured out what was going to happen pretty early. Like, as soon as we saw the time stone, not the time stone, the space stone in Thor's after credit sequence, everybody was like, Infinity Saga, we're in Infinity Saga, let's go. And I'm kind of enjoying not knowing what's going to happen now.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a little niceness to the mystery.
So it gives us all these theories that could be wrong. We could still be on the Mephisto train. Nobody knows.
Yeah, Mephisto is we are still dealing with the realm and then the dark hole. So Mephisto is still an option. Kang is still an option. I don't know what the rings would be calling to. Actually, the rings were kind of demonic in nature, right?
Yeah,
So it actually could very well still be Mephisto.
yeah.
If the gods are involved, yeah, it could now Mephisto's is seeming like the most plausible.
But it
Now
could be anything, right? Like,
it's starting to feel like Mephisto is the most plausible thing.
especially because like there's just been like hints in storytelling. Like Spider-Man was very much an easy Mephisto story that they changed to just be a screwed up spell,
Yeah.
which could have been a calling to Mephisto. Like that's the thing, is that like the rings could have been calling, but also that spell breaking the way that it did could have been a call to Mephisto.
Jeez.
There's just so much going on, and we know the Eternals are going to be big and I think the Eternals is going to pay off in Guardians whenever we get that, because of Nowhere and other things like that. And apparently Thor doesn't like my theories, but
I think you're onto something with Mephisto. I think now that you've said it, and now I'm remembering all this stuff and how they've been kind of tackling it with gods and demons and multidimensional stuff. The gods are angry. Maybe if Hercules fails, they'll go to Hades.
what a fucking brilliant casting for Hercules.
That threw me for a loop. I honestly was so shocked. I was like, what?
Brilliant casting for Hercules. And we got Eros as well. Don't forget we got Eros.
We did get arrows.
I think we're going to get a lot of things happening in Guardians specifically. Shang-Chi, I threw this out to my fiance earlier. So we know Daredevil is getting continued. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Iron Fist back, especially because they're doing different realms. And Kung Lao is a different realm. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. And a lot of people's complaints about Iron Fist was Danny Rand. Remember, at the end of Iron Fist, from what we have so far, he is no longer Iron Fist. Connie is. And, like, that would be some interesting storytelling to bring back as well.
That would be something they could do. Yeah.
Like they're just getting so many things. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Iron Fist back in the MCU.
Yeah, it's 100% a possibility. I think Guardians is going to introduce Silver Surfer.
Yes, and I think Silver Surfer being introduced is going to cause a Fantastic Four movie,
which will hint at Doom probably, but still set off Mephisto. It's going back to Mephisto. I don't care.
It could be Mephisto. It could be a lot of things. We could be getting mutants in later phases, which can open up a whole can of worms. Like there's so many things it could be. We could be getting Galactus. Galactus could be who's getting called by the rings, because these rings could be demonic. They could also just be alien in nature. Like there's so many different things that it could be, and it's really exciting. Like we know mutants exist in some universes. Now that we know that Kamala isn't an Inhuman, they aren't going that route. We know that she is a what did they call them? Clandestine. So that's from a different realm. So we could be getting mutants as well, and that make total sense. Like there's just so many different things that they can be doing right now, and it's in my opinion, Phase 4 is kind of frustrating because it's a lot of setup and we don't know what's going on, and some of it seems messy. But I'm kind of thinking that the messiness is a bit on purpose, and the us not knowing what's happening is going to be a bit of a good. It's going to be a good thing because we're going to end up getting some huge payoffs that we don't expect, which would be nice, especially because they're showing their willingness to be inspired by certain comic runs, but not have to completely go by them most of the time. Right. I think Thor feels so bad compared to some of the newer ones because they just did a comic run and that's it. They didn't just stay inspired by it. But that also means that Jane Foster getting sick and dying as Mighty Thor is a potential. What's the term used in Loki? Like static event or something like that.
Oh, Nexus event.
Nexus event. Could be a potential Nexus event within all the universes. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Definitely waiting to see what they have for me next.
There's a lot. I know I just spouted off a bunch of theories and lore for the past 15 minutes, but
theories are half the fun.
Yeah, and I'm not the best Marvel nerd out there. There's definitely people that know more than me. I'm just trying to pay attention.
Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
But
I think that's it. So
yeah.
Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm at Mighty as Woman. You can follow YouTube and Twitter, Twitch stuff for me, and at HaxleyGV for one of our hosts who couldn't make it today. And Jeff and Thunder is on Twitter at something. I don't remember what your Twitter handle is.
It's I don't remember what it is. Lewis the King, Lewis the Savvy. I don't know. If you find me, you find me.
Yeah. He's like Phase 4. We don't really know what's going on, but there's something happening there.
Yeah, I'm there. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Like Thunder.
Like Mephisto.
Yeah, like Mephisto. I guess you guys figured it out. I'm Mephisto in the MC.
Anyways, we'll see y'all on the next one. Live recorded on Monday at 7 p.m. Sometimes other dates, depending on real life. And yeah, we'll catch y'all later.
Deuces.
All right. So next week we just have Miss Marvel, I think. Unless someone remembers anything else coming up, or if not, if it's just Miss Marvel, if someone can come up with a prop.
We got a couple props.
Yeah.
You got them already built in to the list, actually. Let's just choose one. Or we could just cover Miss Marvel, make it a shorter show, and then I don't know, do a board game review or something.
Maybe. If I don't know if Jeff has time for a board game though. Do you work next Monday?
Oh yeah, Mondays.
I do work.
I mean, worst case scenario, Haxley, you and I could do a board game review.
Maybe we can switch it off to a game. We'll figure it out by then. But Miss Marvel, and then I think we have a week of nothing, and then Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So
no, wait. When does the Green Lantern thing come out?
That week.
I think the week of Miss Harley Quinn. I think.
Yeah, it's Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, and Super Pets all in the same week.
I'm weak.
DC week.
we'll figure something out for that week, I guess. Maybe we'll do the board game review that week.
Nope
Maybe.
also comes out this week on Friday.
This week?
Yeah.
Are we talking about Nope?
I don't know.
It does not seem like anything else we talk about, but I guess
It
we
does
can
not,
talk.
but I really do want to see it. But I also don't know if I'll have money to go see it. So
Yeah, it's up in the air. Just throwing it up.
It seems
Um,
interesting. It just seems very different from the usual stuff. But like, I mean, we're not big, so it doesn't hurt to do different things to see where we find the niche.
Yeah, that's true. We could just be those people who talk about things.
Yeah.
just talk about stuff we like. Hey,
All right.
hey, how about that for a podcast name? The stuff we like.
Stuff we like. Well,
I'll let you know
Guess
if I
that's
can
good.
see Nope this week, and you let me know if you get to see Nope.
and I will also attempt to see them
Yeah.
if I have the time and money and ambition.
The time and money is the hard part.
Yeah,
The ambition you can come up with.
that's true. I just gotta psych myself up.
Nope.
You know you're gonna like this.
I want to see it, but like, when will I see it?
I want to see it, but when can I see it and can I spend money on it?
Will there be snacks?
2022. Do I have time? Do I have money?
Do I have a dream?
I have a dream that one day I'll be able to see every movie from the comfort of my couch on release day. Wait, that was COVID.
Yeah, October.
That was in fact COVID. All right. Well, I guess I will head out, y'all.
Yeah, I'll
I-
head out too. Everyone, take care. Take care.
Yeah.
Take care.
See y'all on the next one.
See you on the
Adios.
next one. Adios.